Hello everybody. In today's video we are going to continue with our analysis of the 5 pillars of Islam. Remember that previously we have already examined 2 of them. We are going to mention them briefly. The first pillar is Shahada, or the attestation of faith. Then we have prayer, Zakat. We have fasting during the month of Ramadan, though there are also certain other fastings during the year. And we have Hajj, or pilgrimage, that a Muslim person must do at least once in their life if they are able to do it. And today we are going to discuss briefly the third pillar, which is Zakat. And for some scholars, the definition of Zakat, how could it be understood, is they just simply say it's like a social purifying tax. Basically, that's what we could say for it to be understood. Social purifying tax, because it is a certain amount of money that a Muslim person gives a year to mainly help his community. Should be the case, the Muslims in his area, in his community. There are certain organizations that a person can give this amount of money. Some people say it's 2.5% of his wealth, or 5 or 10 of his harvest. And in this case, it's important to, like the sayings and the teachings of the sages, always care for your community. Always, instead of going outside and saving the world, look for the needs of your community. And to help those in need in your community is important. And Islam realized this. Therefore, Zakat was established as an obligatory act, deed, a good deed that a Muslim person must do to help his brothers, his sisters in need. And it's not a way to support forever, let's say, the person who is in need, meaning that if you are in need, you shouldn't expect to forever be sustained by the community. No, it's a way to enable the person who is in need momentarily to give him or her the means to raise from this level that they are, and then be able to come out in their life and find the means, the tools, to then, when they are able to also economically and prosper, also they have to give zakat to help other people. Meaning that the individual shouldn't just wait forever that the community is going to support me. No. It's a way of solidarity with my brother, with my sister, to do what is right, to do justice to him, to this family who is in need. And also opportunities are created, because there are organizations that this money goes for certain orgs, that they create programs that perhaps also could, let's say, I don't know, create jobs for people who are in need, and then at this job could give them the opportunity for this person also to be able to then later sustain himself and sustain his family. And this should be the goal. It is a redistribution of wealth. It's a way of doing justice for another human being, because before God we are all created equal. That's why when a Muslim person goes to the mosque, to the masjid, you don't see distinction of classes. Rich, poor, everybody sits, pray together. And therefore, before God we are equal. And by a Muslim person who has wealth, who have resources, and Islam establishes this zakat as a social purifying tax, because it's a way also of purifying what God has given you, and you are giving back to God in how we cannot pay to God physically we cannot see God, but we see His servants. And whatever we do for a servant of God, for our brothers and sisters, is like if we are paying to God, He cannot pay us back, but God can. And these are good deeds that are written on our merit, and God will make sure to pay us back. And we are also creating a society who is equal. Therefore, we see a system of law in Islam established to help and to equilibrate, to regulate, to balance order in the community, social stability, economic stability, and help those who need who need a helping hand also. Besides zakat, there is also called sadaqah, which is a way of charity that a person can give at any time. Even according to the opinion of scholars, there are communities that sadaqah could be given to anyone, Muslim or not Muslim. But of course, in Islam, you always try to look first for those who are from your community. But also could be given to persons who are in need, either Muslims or not. And it's important because these are rulings or established things that have been established, and it's a way to educate us to share things. Don't be selfish. Be grateful for what God has given you and help someone else. Perhaps you could be in a situation in which you need this help, and when you are able to sustain yourself with the help of God, then you can help others. That's why it's justice, it's solidarity, it's compassion, it's love for your fellow human being. This is something important. This is the message of Islam, and this is the message of zakat that has been established in Islam within the community. This is something very important, to the point that it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. I want to thank you as always for your attention, and God willing we'll see each other in future videos with more about this topic, and we'll continue with our discussion on these essential components of the Islamic religion. Thank you so much, and see you next time.